I got him. Go. Hopefully it doesn't lag. It was really just like for 5 minutes that one game yesterday. I don't know. It was so random. Hey, what's up, everybody? Here just a little bit earlier than usual. We'll see if we get any takers on the early stream. But try to get some of this done here. What's going on with Tom Brady and those Bucks, man?
I don't know. I can't believe they lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I heard like Pittsburgh, like half their starting lineup was out or something.
Yeah, but the problem is Pittsburgh may not have like their starters or maybe even their like second string, but Tom, their coach, is a beast. He always finds a way to win.
Yeah.
It's like he's like another Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he's really good. I gotta say, I really like those like Steelers Ravens matchups of the 2000s. That was my thing.
The Patriots, speaking of the Patriots, have a third string quarterback starting last week, and he crushed it. He like destroyed the Browns. It was almost 40-15.
Oh shit. Next Tom Brady.
Dude, he's just, I mean, I hate to say it, just like a regular old white dude, it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Weren't the Steelers running somebody random or weird too?
He was the one quarterback that got drafted.
Okay.
This year. And he's good. I like Pickett. I think he's good.
Oh yeah. Alright, let me pop out the chat here. I guess we'll just stick with the Ban Morg. How do I do again? I feel like I beat Yumi statistically. She just feels really bad to play. Like, I remember when she just goes off. Let me see. These last 30 days, what's up? Sometimes it's very helpful just to... I mean, I guess I have to look on specific champs here. But sometimes it's really nice to just have the League of Graphs and just get a sense of what are my actual statistics against certain champs. Huh. Guess I haven't played Rakan as much. It says I've only played against Yumi once and beat her on Rakan. What about season-wide? Yeah, I've got a 58% against her season-wide. Hey, what's up, Carson? So it's like I beat her, but she just feels bad to play against. How's it going, man? Still kicking ass? You knocking some fools out? Getting them with the Kimura? I always like the name of that one. That sounded fun. Hitting them with that triangle. Alright, I'm just gonna do a card. I could do Blitz, but we'll quit fucking around. Although, I mean, my Blitz win rate was pretty good. But definitely feel pretty helpless in certain situations. It feels like Rakan, it is very rare for me to, like, feel helpless. Like, I feel like there's always something I can do as Rakan. Obviously, I lose on him, but it feels like if I just played it a little better, I could have made it happen in a lot of matchups. Whereas Blitz, it's just like, if they have the right kind of comp for it, or if you just fall pretty far behind, if your team can't kill them when you hook them, like, it feels really bad. Oh, okay, nice. That's probably a good call. Being a dad, going to school. What are you going to school for? I can't remember. I liked watching MMA for a while there. I probably would still like it if we had cable. I would watch. I wouldn't pay for the pay-per-view stuff, but I would watch like replays of stuff on called it what, like Spike TV or something. It's a good move for wrestlers. Yeah, I don't remember what all of them are.
Choke slam from hell.
There you go. You ever choke slam anybody? Dude, that would be such a huge flex. If somehow you could choke slam somebody. I doubt that's a move that typically gets used in actual MMA. But that'd be hilarious.
Stone Cold Stunner.
That's right. Hit him with some, like, you know, WWF moves. Okay, your fights are on, hit him with the drop kick. I saw somebody do something like that, basically. They ended a fight in, like, 2 seconds. They, like, just ran at him. I don't think it was a literal kick, but it was like a knee dive. Just like an upward knee thrust or whatever, and the other guy tried to, like, bend down to tackle him or grab his leg or something and just got blasted right in the forehead, knocked out.
What is his name? Oh, man. No, but that was sweet. I remember seeing that.
I mean, I think McGregor knocked somebody out in like 1 or 2 seconds too. It was like fight started like first punch, like a left cross or something, just knocked him out. Oh, it was Jorge Masvidal against Ben.
Yeah, that's who it was. Dude, I remember
Nice.
like back in when I used to watch it a lot when like Anderson Silva was back in his prime.
Oh yeah.
When he embarrassed Forrest Griffin. Oh my god. Chuck Liddell. Remember all those.
I liked it when who was that fucking like just ridiculously huge dude that was WWF and then went to MMA.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. I just like seeing him lose sometime. Like, man, that dude's just so big.
Dude, he could freaking punch though. My god.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine getting hit by him.
I don't know. I didn't have anything personally against him. It just seemed like he always had 50 pounds on everybody he was going against just about. It's always like just rooting for the smaller guys. Unless it was Shaq. I did like Prime Shaq. And watching him just throw people around and dunk on him. And just watching them like cry, you know, like, what are we supposed to do against this guy? He just turns around and dunks into my face. I can't even foul him. He just dunks with me hanging on him. Oh no, test deposit for steroids. Not surprised. They could be roaming on you, Thresh might. No, he's here. Okay. I liked Uriah Faber before he got kind of taken out eventually. He was pretty fun in the late 2000s. I really liked Ronda Rousey too. Like, that was so good for female MMA. Like, she was so popular and had such an interesting storyline for the longest time.
When she fought Holly Holm, I think.
Yeah, Holly Holm took her down.
That was unfortunate, but
Yeah. She was never the same, man. That was just the
Rocker,
end.
Man.
Yeah, Holly just fucked her up, man. I mean, Holly seemed like a good person, though. Like, interviews with her.
She's a good. Yeah.
So, it was like, alright, I mean, she's cool. And she won, and Ronda was, like, really cocky. But I think she was just, like, good for the sport. Just, you know, that undefeated record. Meta caught up to her, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of a one-trick pony there. No way. Oh, we got him. Yes. Yeah, she just, I don't think she had a very good stand and pound, like, kickboxing game. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you're way more of an expert than me. But I think, you know, if someone just had a really good, like, takedown defense, like Holly did, I think it was really hard for her to stand and bang with, like, a good kickboxer, basically.
They call it, like, ninjutsu.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably very subtle. I definitely don't understand the meta. I was just watching it as a, you know, an amateur fan. But, yeah. Seemed like Holly had a good read on how to beat her for sure. Because it's pretty well known, you know. I mean, she ended the majority of her fights with armbar. I know that. I imagine, you know, a lot of the best fighters end up, you know, being able to evolve their style to keep up with the meta. I really liked Floyd Mayweather. I didn't watch all of his fights, but I just like anything that's really good at defense. I'm just like a defensive guy. It's like his ability just to, like, dodge and evade so many punches is just crazy. Oh, she was an Olympic judo medalist. Conor versus Floyd, yeah. I think Conor was fucking, or Floyd was fucking with him a lot just to put on a good show. I don't know. I mean, maybe Conor really did give him a run for his money. Yeah, I think Floyd was taking it easy on him for a lot of that fight, just to give the fans a good show. Again, not a boxing expert, but that's pretty much what I heard from a lot of people. Was like, it was a good fight. Conor put up a really good thing. I think it was really good for boxing. Some people said it was like disgracing boxing or whatever, but I'm like, it's combining two sports. Yes, it's really unfair to Conor because it's not his sport. Even though he is a striker, obviously very different. The rules are so different, and just, you know, I imagine the way that you have to approach it is so different in boxing than it is, and you're scored differently, all that stuff. Sucks. Draven lost those stacks too. Yeah, no, Floyd, there's no way Floyd's stepping in the UFC. I didn't really know that Conor was significantly bigger than him. I wasn't sure about the weight disparity. What we're doing here, I guess we're just getting the damage amp. Well, we're getting kind of dumped on here, but top's doing well, jungle's doing pretty well. Shit, how healthy was he?
Not healthy at all, like less than half.
I don't have Ignite, I don't think I can kill him. No, he's gonna, like, lifesteal some random bullshit. Red smite me. If I had Ignite, maybe. My duels don't usually go very well. Whenever I try to solo guy, I mean, sometimes I can clean somebody up if they're really low, but it's just so many random little ways people can heal if it's like super close. Well, we do have some items though. I mean, we don't have boots, but that's not going to help Jhin that much if we can get a hold of him. I don't know if I can do it without Ignite though. Graves is down here, yeah. Yeah, the Jake Paul shit. I think that's good though. I mean, I know some people think it disgraces, but it's mostly just for entertainment. Yeah, these like amateur fighting. I think anything that brings more visibility and interest to the sport in general, even if it's just kind of for fun stuff, celebrity type of stuff, I think that's probably good. I think boxing in particular, I mean, it's not dead, but it has so much competition for entertainment these days, especially from stuff like UFC, that I think it's good. Any kind of visibility is good for it. That's what I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not like great competition, you know what I mean? Obviously. Like the pinnacle of the sport, but it's just people who are interested in just casual stuff. Non-boxers who are past their prime. Thresh could be Roman. Well, shit, never mind.
My dad? Holy shit.
I didn't know if I was supposed to go for Jhin or... I mean, Thresh was low, but Jhin was the threat. I think we have to go for Thresh because he can Lantern Jhin out. They're acting like Thresh is not at half health. I don't like that. Okay, yeah, there he is. Yeah, he was there. Okay. Thresh is around. Thresh might be coming up. No, fucking hell. They get him? Got the shit. Well, I guess Shin didn't show up, but the ult still saved him. And the Lantern. Damn it, now they're gonna have a good freeze there too. Nice. Hey, what's up? What's up, Corbin? Honestly, I haven't looked at the abilities yet. I've been like really busy with school for the last couple of days, but I'll probably be able to check it out maybe tomorrow. I've heard good things. What do you think about Cassante, Jason?
I can't wait.
Jason's all about it.
I might actually want to play him.
Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, Faded?
Actually pretty stoked for him.
Hell yeah. You still kicking around on that Wrath? I think I might try out Dragonflight. Thinking like either Monk or Druid. Leaning Monk. I wanted to do Wrath, but it's like after, you know, we left that guild and just how long it was taking to level, I was like, ugh. And I just really like healing, I think, more than DPS. DPS is okay. I don't know. I just felt like I was just sitting there grinding, and I was like, I don't know. It still probably would have been fun. Honestly, if I would have just stuck with Smuzzy. Where did that ward come from? Are they in the bush? If I would have just stuck with the previous guild we were in and just gone to that server, I don't know, man. They got like a 3-hour wait though, or some shit. Did we cash Draven in? No, not yet. I don't even know if Draven has anything to cash.
If I was more healthy, I could kill them both, but...
Yeah, it's all good, man. We still got the alley-oop. Orianna was almost out. I think there was, like, almost no universe where she gets out of that.
I guess you just take mid.
Trying to scare the, Hit! Okay. Well, I got him to chase me instead of go in the pit, so it was good, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry. I ended up like bailing after we left the other guild, and then Black Falcon was kind of out, and it was just kind of annoying. Like people just like I'm sitting here trying to quest, everybody's like sniping all my stuff. I don't know. If I was, like I said, if I was stuck with Smothy's guild, if I had a better sort of social network and felt more connected with it. Okay, nice. You know, I'm thinking about doing Dragonflight. We can all get on the same server. I think if I heal, that'll definitely help me a lot. Can we do this, or?
Coming.
Does he have ult? No. What's going on?
We need to play by my turret.
Yeah. Nice, we got him zoned off of a rift too. That's hilarious.
Yep.
We get him? Yeah.
Yep, I got him. Oh, I get him too.
Oh, did he? Oh, I was about to say, he didn't complete that back, did he? Nope. Nice. Oh, we got that one too. Damn. Well, Ori's gonna get bottom, but whatever.
It's alright, I'll go. I'll get it.
Oh no, Echo.
I wonder how much gold we just got there.
A lot.
From 18 minutes to 1850 right now.
Damn it, we're not gonna get that tower. He's fucking around too much. Or we're not gonna get the inhibitor.
We get Drake though.
Yeah, the healing looks really fun, I think, with either Monk or Druid. And if I can just get a guild, like the modern, I like the modern game stuff where you can like queue for a dungeon and go do something else.
You just need to play. You
That's
just
what-
need to play.
I think that's right. I actually did like Warlords. I just couldn't ever find a guild to run Mythic stuff with.
Yeah.
And there was so much time between, like, raids. Like, that first raid tier felt like it lasted eternity. But I also wasn't doing a lot else. Like, I still had school, but I didn't have any kids at the time. So it's like now, I'm perfectly fine with raid logging. Like, I don't need to be playing that for 8 hours a day. I just really wanted to be able to do Mythic, and I couldn't do it, but... I don't know if that was worth an ult. Nice. Yeah, once I finish this next round of essays, I'm gonna look and see if I should get on during the pre-patch.
It's like 3 bot.
Yeah. Alright, I had enough. First day of the NBA season. I might watch some replays of Golden State. Oh, sorry. I need to just get rid of Nightbot, or not get rid of it, but like get rid of the language part of it. I think it advertising for me maybe is helpful. Although I don't even update that anymore. NBA is forbidden. No, I think it's because he said he doesn't fuck with the NBA or something. Like how I saw. Can't mention that here. No NBA. We only talk about rugby here. That's it. WNBA. They got tens of viewers. That's right. Around here, I mean, it's not WNBA, but for a while at my university, it was a pretty good college women's basketball team for a long time. So there's like a higher than usual amount of people that were kind of interested. Yeah, I know, but like, I think as long as people aren't like constantly cussing up a storm, it's probably fine. I mean, I'm like streaming at like midnight, you know. But it is good to try to minimize it a little bit, just in case, like, one of my, you know, superiors or something is watching. But really, they're not going to give a crap either, probably. It's not like I'm forbidden from cussing. I used to cuss more when I was a young grad student. Just kind of for fun in class, just to emphasize things. But now I'm a little bit more reserved occasionally. I'll drop a little language, but cuss the students. No, don't cuss at the students, obviously. If I ever said it, I'd be like, and that's why this is really fucking important. Like, you need to pay attention to this. You know, something like that. Oh. What? What's that? I've seen a bunch of, speaking of Twitter, I've seen people memeing Nice all day. It's like a picture of him and then just saying, like, really basic shit. And then saying that'll be $350. Yeah, let's get rid of Morgan again, I guess. Or, I mean... That's pretty funny. Fine $5 or have your local WNBA team win the championship. 97% is $5. I mean, that's a little harsh, man. I don't know. Like, that's really funny, but I mean, that's probably true. I do feel bad for women's sports a lot that it doesn't get the recognition. As someone, they work really hard, you know, and I've got 2 daughters, and I can totally, you know, respect the effort, but it just kind of is what it is. I think a lot of it is just people just like to see stuff at the highest level, you know. It's like a lot of people also aren't really fanatical about high school sports unless, you know, their high school team like wins state or they have a kid that plays or something.
Right.
Same thing with, you know, League of Legends. Like, there's not a lot of people watching, you know, some obscure third-party region League of Legends. Sometimes at Worlds. So it's like, I get it. It is what it is. I'm glad. I think they have like pretty like reasonable funding like at the college levels somewhat to like support the athletes. At the pro level it's just really hard because of, you know, a lot of it's just based on the revenue that you get off tickets, and if people aren't paying it, like you're just not gonna have the money to pay out if people aren't buying the tickets. So it's like I'm all for people who are working hard and being competitive and stuff like that, like, you know, respecting it, but at the same time, the money wise, it's you know, money, it is what it is. Either it's there or it's not. Oh yeah, dude, I remember them from the Olympics. Who was Misty May and Carrie Walsh? Was that right? Yeah, they were badass. I didn't usually watch a lot of volleyball, but they were a lot of fun. Again, because they were like hard dominating. Like, people just like other people that win. It also didn't hurt that they were attractive, but I guess that most people that are professional women's volleyball players are probably in really good shape. But it was mostly just the just how hard they were dominating. It was legendary. I don't watch volleyball. You know, professional volleyball, but I really like playing sand volleyball. I played intramural sand volleyball. I mean, we weren't like a huge deal or anything. We were okay. But then I would play a lot of pickup volleyball and stuff like that with people at their apartment complexes and things like that. So I'm a big fan of the sport, like playing it. I just don't watch it. But to be fair, I don't watch most sports. Right? I don't have a way to do it. Well, I guess I could order or get like an ESPN standalone subscription or something if I wanted to, but my opinion on sports is like, it's a social thing for me. If I'm around people that are really into it, like, I'll watch it, I'll do it, you know, and it'll be fun if I'm around other people doing it. Usually if I'm around good company, I'm gonna enjoy doing just about whatever we're doing. Like, but for me, it's kind of all about the people. It's one of my most active years in Magic, too, where when I had a really, like, pretty good connection with the people at the card shops. Like, you know, in Ohio, Illuminati. That was kind of the best collection of people at any of the shops. Most of the shops were pretty cool. But also way back in the day with my hometown card shop. You know, I played a lot, but then when it went out of business, I was like, forget it. I was busy with other stuff too, but I'm just a very social person, a kind of friend-oriented person. Volleyball hype got me into it. Roman Coliseum. What are we even doing? Okay, we've got Lux Caitlin's obnoxious. Get binded, we're dead if Caitlyn has a brain. Ohio here, buddy. Nice. Yeah, I remember that. You were in Arizona, right? And you moved to Ohio. That's where I used to live. That's where Jason lives. Southern Ohio. Keeping it real. How are those Bengals doing? I haven't been keeping up.
Oh, man. I mean,
shouldn't ask.
yeah, they won this weekend, so I mean.
Okay. I know they were pretty hyped. Like, everyone was really high on Joe Burrow after last season.
Problem is when you get a bunch of guys that haven't played one snap of preseason, and then you expect them to do well in actual game, like during the season. They didn't play a single preseason, like the offensive line and Joe. They never played one preseason.
Well. I think, I'm pretty sure Ezreal could have lived. Like, he just tried to run away for like 3 seconds, then flash at the very end. Lux didn't even have to flash to get an ignite range. She just went to ignite. I think you have to either commit to dying right there and just not use any Psalms, or like use your flash immediately once you get out. And I think he could have lived. I think he just wasn't expecting my Guardian Shield to save him. God, please, man. I need to remember to consider getting a Mage Eyes in some games. I don't know if this is going to be it, but I forget to even think about that as an option. But especially with those AP buffs to Rakan. London Bridge in Arizona. Havasu. I don't know the area at all. But that's cool. I've never really been... I've been to... Denver once for like a day for a wedding, and then there was a blizzard and I had school stuff, like I had to teach the next week or something, and so I was like, well, we got to get back before this blizzard hits. And I just like drove whatever it was 20 hours back straight after the wedding, and we were like racing the storm all the way home. It was just like the path was like basically straight through where the interstate goes. And they had those snow gates in Kansas. Kansas is the scariest place I've ever been. Like middle of nowhere Kansas. I didn't realize just how empty it is. It's like a freaking corn wasteland. If Kendra didn't get binded there, maybe that's something, but when she got binded, it was kind of over. But yeah, they have like these gates where if it's snowing... Nice, that was a huge one. If we can get this, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it or not. I'll let him decide where he wants to use that, if he wants to use it. Yeah, I think East Kansas is fine. Like, it definitely felt like that was a different kind of vibe for sure. Like, between East and West Kansas. Alright, I guess we'll just do one of these, and then let's go ahead and get these boots, and one of those, I guess. It's kind of like Tennessee is very, very different, depending on where you are. You know, like, Memphis is basically, like, Mississippi, like, plains kind of thing. And then East Tennessee is, like, super mountainous. Like, that was one thing that really threw me off with Denver, because they were saying, you know, it's always called this mile-high city. And I'm just thinking we're going to be, you know, like the movies kind of, we're going up these winding, you know, mountains, and it's going to be like these crazy-ass turns and stuff. Like, I'm used to, you know, driving through the Western Carolina Smokies, you know, like that Dragon Tail place, and these, like, really windy mountain roads that do go up mountains, and, You know, all of that. And it's like very green. And, you know, picturesque. I'm coming. I don't have a lot. I don't have much to do here, though. I'm just kind of waiting on Ezra to get back to lane. Okay. Guess I could push this the other way. But then when I got to Denver, it was just like, it felt flat the entire way. Because when you're going up Kansas, it's like you're going up an inch, like every mile, you're up like 1 inch or something. So you are up high, but at least the way I came going through the Kansas interstate, there's no like dramatic rise in elevation. It's super subtle. And then the Rockies were literally just, that we could see in the distance from Colorado, from Denver, were literally just looked like rocks. There were hardly any trees on them. I was like, huh. These are not the mountains I'm thinking of. The West is just very different. And then I got in the water in California. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like a mountain creek. It was so cold. Because I'm used to going in East Coast water, like Florida, South Carolina, where the water's actually warm. So some stuff just kind of throws me off. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought that was a tower shot getting him. Yeah, I just don't know a whole lot about that place. California was like cool to visit, but I would not want to live there permanently. This was back in 2010. It's gotten, I think, a lot worse in terms of danger, kind of drug problems, homeless problems, just cost of living. But even back then, like, there's just so much traffic, man. I just could, the traffic alone, I could not handle a big city. Like a really big city. I didn't even want to go into, like, Cincinnati traffic. If everyone's not moving at least 70 miles an hour at all times on the interstate, I'm laying on that horn. God. Oh shit, Zir cleaning them up. Janitor's on call. I don't know. I'm just very heavily biased towards East Tennessee. I mean, it's not like... There's probably a better place in theory out there. I'm not sure that'd be the best place for everybody, but for me, kind of the stuff I enjoy, like, it's pretty dang good. Don't always agree with funding decisions, like not really funding schools or everything that goes on politically at all times, but I think that the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Oh, yeah, dude. It's insanely cheap compared to most places. It's gotten a bit more expensive because people, like, from the West Coast and from the Northeast are like, moving down here. Yeah, there's no state income tax. And, like, the property taxes are very cheap. The housing is very cheap. Oh, wow, what? the fuck does she see me? I guess she had it, like, she had 3 wards there? Because we swept 2 of them. I mean, I guess that's what it has to be, because she, like, 100% knew I was there. Like, she threw that with absolute confidence. But yeah, you've got no state income tax, property tax really low, housing has gone up, but, like, I don't know exactly what it is. It's probably... A couple of years ago, you could go to the nice part of town, get a house with some property, a relatively new house, maybe not like brand new, but like in the last 10 or 20 years. Good part of town, pretty good schools. That is like probably 3,000 square feet for like $300,000 or something like that. Maybe even less. It's slightly older. Not all schools are garbage. Like, the schools in the good part of town are, like, pretty good. It's just the other 3 quarters, the other 3 directions of town are not as good. But the good part of town is still, like, very affordable, I think, by most places in the country.
Oh, never mind.
Can we... I don't know. Kindred's coming.
I think Ari's coming down. Oh, maybe not.
Okay. Oof. Does she not have ult? I guess not. Caitlyn's missing. Might be trying to ult middle or something. I don't know. Yeah, cheap AF in Tennessee. Honestly, most of Southern Ohio was not, like, that bad. As far as, like, cost of living. It's pretty comparable. Now, there are, you know, if you go downtown and get, like, some new ritzy condos or some shit, like, yeah, those are going to be more expensive. Or, obviously, if you're getting into, like, certain exclusive neighborhoods and mansions and stuff. But a lot of even the mansions and things are pretty affordable. Like, there's a place that's just up the road from me. I don't live in a really ritzy part of town. I live in kind of a rural place. But I think it's like 13 acres with like a little man-made lake on it, like a barn, and like 12,000, 13,000 square feet for like $3 million.
Hey.
What is it? Who's coming? Okay, Caitlyn. Oh, gotcha. Try to...
I think I still get her,
I think you get her, probably. Yeah, nice. So, yeah, even if you want, like, really luxury stuff, then it's pretty affordable. Dude, there was one place that they actually tore down because they couldn't sell it. Even for what I think was an insanely cheap price. This place is, like, decked out in marble. I mean, it straight looked like a palace. It was 40,000 square feet. Like, absolutely nuts square footage. And it was in a ritzy, like, part of town lakefront, like 12 acres of lakefront. And it sold at auction for like $7 million. Like, the land was so valuable, they actually literally just tore down the house. They just wanted the land. Some developer. And they're just gonna build new houses and just break it up. It was just an insane bargain. I mean, obviously that's a lot of money, but compared to most places, like, I mean, that'd be like $100 million in like New Jersey or New York, easy. Like, something like that. It was crazy. I was like, man, I want it, dude. It's the Villa Colina. I was like, there's absolutely no way we can afford that. But I was like, oh my god, it's such a good bargain. I think it is, but it didn't sell for like 5 years. That's why they had to take it to auction. So, you know, bargain is a relative term, but my god, it was beautiful. I used to drive by it every day. Sandra had a little condo that was like up on this hill. It was a couple of neighborhoods over, and I would drive by that mansion on the way to school. Like, man, I think that was the nicest, certainly in the conversation for nicest and most expensive, like, place in Knoxville. We don't have Mord.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they have Fifi and we don't have Mord. Absolute disaster. Yep, that's what happens when one top laner has TP and the other one's got Ignite. Hey, we did get the dragon though. I guess there's that. We didn't get top tower either. That's a bummer. Oh fuck, they just got it. I was just literally pinging and it disappeared. Why are we chasing? I think we could have had that tower. I guess Kindred wants that mark. Okay, I guess it feels bad to get Grievous here, but we need to get it for Fifi. I'll get it. Next, we need you to be huge. Oh god, he's huge. TP is cringe. Yeah, winning games cringe. Overrated. All about getting kills. Is it bad? I don't know, man. I think TP is like... I mean, it depends. It's a lot harder to extract maximum value out of it than Ignite. You have to have, you know, it's a higher level of thinking. You have to actually pay attention. So I'll give you that, you know, it's like... It depends on your elo. I think it gets better the higher the elo goes, the better TP gets. But like right there, you know, they got a lot of value out of that TP.
I was always a fan of Ignite, but TP has been like game changer.
Yeah, we need to not let that thing take our inhibitor. Yeah, it really is, if you know what you're doing. It enables you to get a lot more farm later on in the game. So it's like, yeah, you might miss out on 1 or 2 kills. But later on, you might be able to, you know, go pressure a side lane. And not only you put pressure on towers, but then all of a sudden you can pick up extra waves. Like, Jason might be able to, even if you, like, get 2 or 3 waves here, like, that's worth a kill. Like, it's just absolutely huge. Sometimes you have TP. I can't look if they kill me. They get Baron.
I got TP.
Okay. Yeah, they see stuff in here. Okay, Kindred's going for that mark. That's pretty dumb. But can we, like, Baron, or... No, run. There's, like, 4 people there. We can't do anything up here. We're gonna try to pressure middle, but... Okay, we got the lanes pushed in. Okay, we did get a counter tower, which is good. I think we might be getting flanked here.
I am.
Okay. Oh, he used his jump. Fuck.
I got TP, I'm gonna be coming. I'm coming.
Oh my god, he flashed right into the queue. Got him. Oh. Look at this noob. He thought he could mess with the Emperor. Outsmarted. Okay. We should be pressuring this soon. I don't know where. Okay, there's a blue wood. About to say, I heard it somewhere. Yeah, they don't have vision here. Oh, she just warded that. Oops. Alright, Fifi's bottom. How much vision does that give? Damn. Okay, nice. Alright, well, back. Careful, Kindred. I get this. You might have to TP home.
I'll just survive.
Okay. Okay, it's probably going to be a inhibitor. I don't know. Maybe Mord runs her off. She's probably scared. That's definitely worth if they don't get inhibitor. Ezreal snipe.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't think it's not as good early. You can still TP back to your tower, right? And I mean, that's huge. If you don't have TP, again, it depends on your elo bracket, but if you don't have TP top, and they just even gank you and force you out of lane, like, you are so fucked a lot of times. Nice. "24 Magi charges, hell yeah." Alright, we probably better back it up.
I'm gonna go get this blue.
Okay. I need to get some control wards. Blame the pros. Haha. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not as good. You know, the lower the elo goes, the worse it is. The better Ignite, because Ignite's just so easy to like use. It's like, okay, I'm gonna fight. I might be able to kill him. Ignite.
Just peel me. It's about to get crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends on the champ and the situation, right? If you have a lot of kill pressure early, especially if you're a tempo champ, right, that's going to be really bad late game anyways. You know, if you're like a Pantheon or something, or if you're just like a hard split pusher, you know, and you have no interest in rotating, like Tryndamere, something like that. If you're just going to pressure towers and that's it, you know, I could see some value in that for sure. Let's get this soul here.
This is awesome.
Nah.
I've never felt so powerful.
Hey, I don't know if... Yeah, I think they're gonna spawn... I don't think we could have ended. I mean, it's possible. Maybe this is just overkill. It would have been very close. Like, the stuff is just now crashing. We'd have like 5 seconds. I think it's safer just to get soul. It's a waste of an ult in retrospect, but I think it was close enough when she turned on the ult to go for it. Yeah, I mean, it is situational. It could be. I think as long as one person on your team has TP, like if you're not going to take it top, I think, you know, mid laner having it is probably okay, but I just think late game, like, it's just so hard to get spacing on the map without having at least one Ignite or one TP. So yeah, I mean, I guess that is a thing. You don't necessarily need to, but... Water Soul kicking in. But... Okay.
I wonder how much gold I was up.
Styling on these kids. Busting out the Armani on them.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, sweet. I got some Little Legends. You know, I actually didn't mind TFT. I just didn't get any viewers, and I was worried about that at the time. Now that I have, like, no viewers, it's just you know, close-knit little little group of friends here, I think. That's how I think of it. Then maybe I wouldn't mind as much. Oh, that's kind of cool. So sweet.
Alright, I'm back.
Might be better than the rainbow one. I didn't realize I had that one. Okay. Hold on one second. Well, I'd go ahead and put us in queue.
Fun police.
Your worst decision will haunt you.
Fun
That's right. Rakan again. I will play some other stuff, but like once you start playing Rakan, man, he's so addicting. Like just the sequences of like plays and things you can do with him are just really unlike any other support. What are we against? The dreaded Alistar. And Teemo. Holy shit. It is possible to still lose to it. Don't want to disrespect it too much.
Don't want to disrespect it too much, yeah. I haven't seen Alistar in a minute.
Yeah, he's kind of bad right now, but you could still lose to him. He does have a couple of like good interactions against Rakan if he's good. Like his Q and his W can both interrupt my W. Let's see. And Rakan is a good fit in TFT. I didn't play when Rakan was there. I only played for like the first couple of months. He pissed me off at TFT, kept stunning all my people and not getting hit. What's up, Mr. T? Yeah, I mean, Pyke is really good. I've tried Pyke. It's like, I feel like Pyke is way worse if he's behind. I feel like Rakan is one of the best champs in the game to play from behind if you have to, because you just have such great abilities to make plays. Like, Pyke is really good if you're hitting a lot of hooks and you're snowballing and you're getting the kills, but like, if they end up getting a lot of health or up on levels on you and you just don't have the gold, like your ult, it's hard to get as much use out of it. And you don't have a lot of CC. And it's like weirdly conditional CC. Can we kill him? I don't know. Triss is pretty strong. Maybe if we push for 3. Is it too dear? That's interesting. Allie has like this growl thing going on. Hey, what's up, man? I like the peace emoji. Deer's there. Oh, she bitched out. I think she could have gone for it. Maybe she didn't like the wave. I mean, I guess if Ashe flashes the jump, then she's kind of fucked. This person seems like really passive on Triss, though. Nice.
Well played.
I mean, we can make a play on this. Yeah, Tristana might be thinking I'm too aggressive. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, that's the nice thing about Rakan. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do Mercs again. Feels really greedy versus Swain and Ashe to not have Mercs. No Berserker Greaves, not this game. Could be a big mistake. What am I thinking? It's like one of the only boots that's there's like no situation you would ever get that on Rakan. All the other ones, it's like different situations maybe. They really need to change Alistar's combo to be 1.5 seconds again, I think. Because he has to use, like, using 2 abilities for a 1 second CC in 2022 is pretty wimpy. Or just, like, hella damage. But it's like, it's too guaranteed for hella damage. I mean, that's why they lowered the CC on it. It used to be 1.5 seconds. It used to knock you up for 1 second. You'd be stunned for half when you landed. But then they broke it up. They added this delay to your E. Or they added the delayed CC where your E has to do it, but that gives people time to get away. I mean, every champion has a dash this day and age. Just about, so. Rank 1. That's way too much. Fuck. Well, should be a double kill, but wish I didn't die there. Rank 1, are you talking about me? Rank 1 Shaman? Rank 1 Ellie Shaman? Forgot the name of the server. Heartseeker. Rank 1 Ellie Shaman Heartseeker. The dead server we were on. World Fire Mage. Nice, man. I always just think of you as a shaman, but I forgot you play some mage too. Were they really low?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just help you push this up then. I got nothing better to do. Triss is backing. Dude, is he? There's no way he actually stays AFK. Okay. Yeah, I mean, getting the flash was fine. The flash and the ult. Oh my god. I should have just pinged him back a lot, though. I just kind of let him do it and went along with it. Yeah, I don't know. People just get priced in. I mean, I'm guilty of it too, where it's like, he blew his ult, and he felt like he wanted to get value out of it. Like, I feel that. Okay. I mean, if Udyr didn't show up, he maybe could have traded a kill with Ashe. It's probably what he was trying to do, but I mean, that's one weakness of Rakan. You know, he's not an absolutely perfect champ, but he does have long cooldowns, and people don't expect it. They expect everybody to be Leona. I think it's like, no, not everybody has 5-second cooldowns on everything. Okay, if Udyr shows up, it's a blowout, but fuck, come on. You gotta bait that, Triss. You gotta let him go on you. I don't know if that's warded or not.
Uh-oh.
I guess if they hit her with an arrow, she can buffer it. Shouldn't ever be able to hit her. But okay. They're gonna be coming. Allie's gonna be coming, dude. Oh god. Okay, well at least he got it. Someone pinged me, but I thought it was him. I don't know. Maybe it was Trist or something. Hey, what's up, Cam? I mean, we should have run after. Like, if I hit my W... Yeah, I mean... If I hit my W, that's probably a different story. But... Yeah, exactly. Once they got to golems, it was over. It's like mid was missing, bot was missing. Can we get a kill with Trist? I don't know. They have Kraken. Can you rotate down behind their red?
Yeah, I'm getting tower.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Like this. Well, after you push another wave, yeah. Actually, Allie might be roaming on you that way. No, he's here. Okay.
Honestly.
We're just behind on items. I don't like it. And this Triss, like, I haven't been super impressed. Okay. Alistar's right here. Alistar and Ashe. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, he couldn't make that jump, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really dangerous if you don't have the bomb ticking to try to execute him. Watch out for the Swain W. No, dude. this is getting dirty. I'm gonna die. You gonna burn out? Dude, I can't do anything else. Like, literally. This Master Yi's so fucking ridiculous. Like, I saved his ass on that dumb sequence when he tried to 1v3. I saved him like 2 or 3 times. And I'm literally sitting right in front of him with a blue bar that's not blue. It's like, I used the abilities right in front of you. You saw me use them. I mean, how many abilities do you think? You think I got like 10 abilities or something? There's like multiple forms, like I'm Elise or something. Oh shit, they're actually on for this? Alright. Yeah, you're right. I do need to just mute. There's nothing that's good that's gonna come out of that. I don't think all Yi players are toxic, but you are probably right. There's an above average chance a Yi player is going to be toxic. Any of those, like, really greedy 1v9, like, types of champs are typically going to have egos. Above average egos. Not everybody.
He's wanting to do Baron with you.
Okay. I mean, he's, like, running into 50 people here.
Never mind.
Oh my god. Well, I guess he meant them doing Baron. Like, he goes in. I literally get everybody. Like, 5-person of CC, and he's channeling his meditation the entire time. Doesn't even auto. I mean, we shouldn't even try that. Like, we just saw Jason TP bottom. Like, I guess walk bottom. Like, we didn't have his ear. We didn't have any vision on them. We know they had vision on us because we just walked by and didn't sweep it. It's like, it's a straight, like, iron macro. He does have a lot of gold, though, and he is playing Master Yi, so we can still win, but it's like, my god. Oh my god, Yi! How did you get faked out so hard by that Teemo? Well, we're one drag. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, maybe he didn't have flash. I don't know. But he didn't use it. Maybe he's just embarrassed he didn't know where he went. I don't know. If we can just keep stalling him, that's good. Okay, Alistar. Please don't go in 1v9, Yi. Let's get him to mess around with me here. I mean, do we want this? Don't stand there, like, in the drain. Okay, nice. Nice, right in time for Soul. Yeah, they didn't have Teemo there for a lot of that. At least at the start of that, I don't think. And I got a 3-person knock-up. I almost died for it, but I got Udyr to chase me for 15 seconds and got away. Oh yeah, I mean, despite all of his bitching and complaining, Yi does have 10 kills. Even with terrible macro and just losing his mind on everything. A monkey can win on Yi if he's not CC'd, true. Kill steals. Nah, he's gotten a lot of the kills. I mean, that's just what Yi does. But
I'm lagging.
I hear your voice fine. Doesn't sound robotic or anything.
Can't move my guy.
Yeah, you're disconnected. Right. You're in the base though, so you're not like dead. There you go. Now you're back.
Sweet.
We're kind of off sides here. We have Baron? No, we don't have... Does he have Baron? No, we don't have any Baron. Oh, Kled got out too. That's nice. We don't have an amazing siege comp here. Okay, he's gonna split side, so we gotta not get dove. I need to try to get him vision. I don't know. We don't want this, man. We don't want it. Yi just has this awesome habit of like just channeling his meditate while they're all CC'd with my knock-up. If he ever played Kled before. I don't know. Dude's having a really hard time, Kled. But, like, he's fed. Like, Jason's doing pretty well. Triss is, like, okay. Like, we can carry the Kled. Yeah, Yi's got to start manning up. I mean, it's just... Like, he'll go in 1v5, but he just has no, like, sense of cooldowns or, like, timings on anything. He just, like, runs in. Like, if you see the Rakan CC 3 people, you need to start auto-attacking. Because if you get a kill, obviously you get a reset, Like, he's trying to do his meditate so he gets his alpha strike back because he's afraid he's going to die. But they can't do damage to you when they're CC'd. Or they're going to do a lot less damage. We need... Fuck. Fucking hell. We needed more coverage there. I guess Yi's going to get a chance here. No. Okay, Kled's coming in. Maybe? Oh, it's going to be a fucking disaster. Yeah, Yi just doesn't do enough damage, surprisingly, to Baron right there. He doesn't have Kraken. He went Sunfire? Oh, okay. Damn. I'm surprised we weren't able to kill any of that. Maybe I should have gotten Grievous second. This is Swain. They don't have any other healing, though. We just need to be grouped up. Like, they just kind of ran it up the middle on Baron on us last time. We just need to just pressure them off, quit doing our own little solo missions, be grouped. Kled doesn't have TP, so... Kinda dead. Fucking Elder spawning, Kled's up there, getting a goddamn tier 1. There's not even a tower there! Well, I guess they get Elder. So fucking dumb. Let's get a tier 2 for Elder. Seems like a good trade. It just kind of depends on the cold. If I had to choose whether to be cold or hot, I'd rather be cold, probably. It depends on the situation, but I skew on the cool side. Fuck, we're all dead. It's just so fucking worthless. We should be able to carry it, though. We just have to all be grouped. But we're just not. Everyone's just running around doing their own thing. We lost that 2v3.
Oh my god.
Well, honestly, they didn't get anything off that Elder. Like, they got a couple of kills, but they didn't get any structures. I'm gonna burn out, I think. Oh my god. Oh my god, do not die to Teemo. Shut the fuck up. God. Really, like, they should give you 2 votes. That's it. If 2 surrender votes fail by the same person, they shouldn't be able to start another vote. It's just so annoying. Okay, I'll get Grievous here. I shouldn't have even fucked with that. I should have just run there faster. Wait on 5. God damn it. Like, I literally just said it. Udyr's gonna try to end it.
Oh my god.
Did you get stopped?
I did. Hold on. Gotta heal.
Okay. Yeah, he's running. Literally just typed wait on 5. And like 2 seconds later, Kled ults. Now we don't have TP to clear these wards. I mean, honestly, if Kled just stays over there, I'm not sure if it's any different in these fights. We just need to try to catch them when they're not grouped. We got the flash. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Come here. Stop fucking chasing. Get over here.
Base is burning. Just let him back.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get this. I don't know if he's gonna burn out or not. If he runs over one more and I'm not next to him, I think he does. Okay, can we press middle or?
I got it back.
Okay. Guess everyone else back in too. RPGs have it right. Yeah, that's fine.
have to fight. We have Elder.
Yeah, yeah, and Baron. Yeah, I mean, we need this. It's so hard for us to siege. We're so low range. But if I can get some vision on these side flanks. Honestly, I'm just gonna get that shit out of there. Cled's. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Woo! Had to carry that Yi kicking and screaming.
What a baby.
Maybe he can borrow one of Lola's bottles or something.
Dude. He needs it. Give me 1 second, okay?
Just be like, dude, you cry more than my, like, week-old daughter.
I feel like I did a lot of damage that game for 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. Hey, you did more damage in a 40-minute game than Kled did.
Did I?
Check it out.
Oh my god. Wow. That's OP. You did do a hell of a lot of damage. That is flammable. That's combusting.
Jeez. Give me 1 second, alright?
Okay. Kled is AFK. What are y'all talking about? Oh, different geographies and weather adaptations. I mean, it makes sense that people that are native to a specific area for long periods of time are going to have adaptations that are favorable for those areas. That's how natural selection works. About race. Race is such a weird concept because so much of it is like socially constructed. There is a biological aspect to some things, but they're more like a lot of it is much more geography based than like any sort of essential quality. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard that the white skins you absorb like because you have less sunlight in the north than you do in other places, so you absorb more of it faster. It also, I think, rains a lot in like Ireland, for example. It's cloudy a lot of the time, from what I understand. So yeah, you need to get that vitamin D. There are probably something to do with advantages of like snow environments too, maybe blending in a little bit better with snow or having better like heat trapping or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's entirely, but like I think northern people in general are a bit hairier on average. I don't know if that's 100% true compared to other places, but you know that's kind of a look, right? Where it's like you got the Northmen with like the beards and shit. It might just be that they just keep them. They just stay hairier on purpose because of the winter. I don't know if they're, you know, selected to be hairier on person, but yeah, there definitely are some racial factors, like, to certain things, for sure. Like, biology is a real thing. Some, you know, some races are better adapted to deal with certain kinds of illnesses or selected for other things. Culture paired with race. Well, a lot of it is, you know, a lot. I will say racism is a lot of that is culturally constructed. Like race, as in certain people have different biological features that are from different geographies. That's a thing, right? Historically, but as far as like what are, you know, their cultural or intellectual capacities, and you know, a lot of this other stuff is just propaganda by, you know, usually people that were in positions of power, right, to justify subjugating what were perceived to be, you know, inferior people. So, like, race is a thing, but I think that's different to some extent from racism. A lot of it is culturally constructed. Because, and I guess that's not just a race thing. Like, race is one, you know, social construct. There are many others. It's just like when people group themselves, you know, they create certain identities around that group, right? How you're supposed to act, the values you're supposed to have. And people, you know, obviously individuals resist that to some extent, but, you know, when certain standards are adopted on a wide scale, then it does exert a lot of social pressure on people to, you know, default to a certain way of acting, a certain way of thinking, and stuff like that. A really odd European ad showing. Oh yeah, for like 100% for sure. Right, because that was like the colonial height of most of the European powers, Britain and a lot of other places too, was around, you know, the 1800s, right? And again, they're having to justify, well, you know, why is it morally okay to go, like, you know, occupy India and, you know, all these other colonies, right? And it's like part of it was we have big ships and lots of weapons and we can do it, but part of it was also culturally, okay, well, yeah, we're taking some of their shit, but we're teaching them Christianity, we're building roads, we're building schools, we're teaching them English. So, I mean, a lot of them were trying to do some things in some situations, the British in those colonies. Yeah, they knew they were exploiting and taking shit and getting a huge advantage off of it, but they also felt like they were giving back a little bit too. Right? Now, the African slave trade is different. That's just like a big old, like, fuck them. Right? Like, there were no pretensions of. I mean, maybe some people thought they were saving their souls by converting them to Christianity or something, but that was by and large, you know, that was definitely 100%. Like.
So that's unfortunately probably going to be it for me.
Oh, okay, you got some baby stuff going on?
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
We did some work.
Yeah, we were balling tonight. We'll have to keep it going.
Oh yeah. But yeah, right. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
You too.
Did anyone say that was bad? I don't think anyone said that was messed up. Oh. Bad act. Oh, kind of they go into messed up biology. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I see what you're saying. I think there's a. Again, there are some biological aspects and indicators of people who are from certain geographies historically. You got to keep in mind that there are no, like, really pure races either, right? There's a lot of, you know, people having a lot of sex throughout history with a lot of different people. So that's definitely a thing, too. But, yeah, I mean, what Wings is talking about is, like, way overdoing it, right? A lot of the propaganda, you know, like I was talking about that culturally constructed race, where usually people in positions of power in the West, you know, it was obviously Europe, right? But I mean, China did this shit too, right? I'm not an expert on that as much. But yeah, I mean, they were coming up for justifications why they were superior to all of their neighbors too, as kind of the massive power in the, you know, East Asia. And then I'm sure, you know, in the Middle East, the, you know, major powers there also had a reason to subjugate lesser cultures and what were perceived to be lesser races and stuff like that. That's just how it goes in a lot of places. But yeah, it's looking at this understanding that biology is real. People do have adaptations, adaptive advantages and disadvantages depending on the geography of their ancestors. But a lot of that is mixed, and a lot of it is not as extreme as, you know, a lot of the propaganda makes it out to be. I mean, obviously, Mao knows that too. I think a lot of people, you know that. But yeah, most of what we think of as race is cultural propaganda, I think. A lot of it. Again, a lot of it is... it's weird because a lot of it is sort of self-created, though, too. Right? I mean, that's like the tension... And that's a tension almost everywhere between, like, how much do people who identify with one group want to be identified as separate from the rest of society, as a part of that group, right? Versus how much do they want to integrate into the whole of society. Because, you know, there's a line of reasoning that says, well, if you integrate into the whole of society, you're basically just defaulting to whatever the most powerful group is in society, right? There's some people that say that. So they say, if you treat everyone equal, you're basically just making everyone the powerful group, whatever that is. So you have to, you know, and then those people would say you have to maintain your own separate identity and be judged, you know, by these different standards that are appropriate, so you don't, like, lose your culture, right? So you don't just get blended. But then, of course, and so that's, like, kind of the Malcolm X stance. And then you've got the, you know, Martin Luther King that says, no, everyone needs to be integrated, and just go from there. So you can still celebrate your cultures to some extent, but we need to be working towards a level of equality and cultural homogeny. So, obviously there are a lot of different theories on it, even by people that are very committed, you know, to trying to understand the difference between, or sort of the nuances and sort of what goes on, and sort of building cultures, building races, that type of thing. Or building concepts of races, that type of thing. You bring a Dutch Hounds to a Boodle competition. Alright, what do you want here? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everyone, so many people are already a mix. I mean, if you go in, like I said, there's very, very few people, except in maybe really isolated corners of the world, are going to be fully, like, some kind of pure, you know, race. It really doesn't matter that much. I think just focusing, you know, I think it's just a mentality, and just focusing on what, like, brings people together and can make people happy and bring more happiness, more joy, you know, to more people. I think that's, like, the goal. I mean, maybe that's naive and utopian, but I think that's a goal that a lot of people should strive for. Is just do your part. Yes, you are a small cog in a much greater wheel, right? But just doing your part to just try to make other people's experiences as pleasant and happy as you can be, right? Within reason. But I think just, like, adhering to that philosophy, trying to listen to people, trying to understand people, even if you disagree, you know, just trying to understand it and trying to help people find that, you know, bit of happiness, right, that they can find, right? Trying to find ways to bring people together. Dog breeds and human races aren't the same. I know, he's joking about that. A breed equals a race. Yeah. It depends. It's loaded. I think sometimes we just get lost in the sauce of thinking of all these differences and which groups we want to identify and which groups we don't want to identify. I think the vast majority of people have so much in common. Like just the human condition, human experiences. People are so similar, regardless of your culture, regardless of whatever else. There are just a lot of fundamental things about humanity that we can all sort of share. Yeah. I think countries, religion, and politics are a key lack of unification. Yeah, I mean, the thing, people just like, a really important thing is change. I mean, people in general, and I think part of what has made humanity so strong, a huge part of it compared to a lot of other animals, there's a ton of stuff out there, but part of it is just that curiosity, right? And wanting to understand the world and wanting to innovate, right? So many people just have a drive to want to see things a little bit differently, to want to feel at least a little unique. Well, particularly in the West. It might be a little different in the East. But there's kind of that drive of innovation, that drive of difference. And just with all the different experiences that we have. And it's that diversity that makes us strong, right? It's the people that try to see things differently, try to innovate, try to get people to see things in a different light. That's what's, really powerful. That's been part of why America, I mean, that's low-key something people don't talk about a lot, but really America's sort of diversity over time and sort of welcoming, obviously not an amazing track record with all races, all cultures at all times, but compared to a lot of places, America's been pretty open-ended and like sort of diverse compared to a lot of places, and that has really helped us out a lot in terms of our power because we attract, people of different ideas, persuasions, that type of stuff. For instance, during Hitler's time, obviously super racist against Jewish people and scared off Einstein. So we got Einstein, we got the atomic bomb. They didn't. If Hitler was a little bit less, like, insanely racist against Jewish people, then he could have had the bomb. Possibly. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. It's really complicated. That's just a very simple example. I mean, part of it, too, is America just has a shitload of money, so you attract a lot of talent from other places around the world in the tech industry and stuff like that, But I think it's interesting. I think it's good that people are... Wait, what? How did I die to that? Are you kidding me? I had a potion ticking. Dude, that last tick was sus. That looks like that was like 100 damage on that last tick of Ignite. I mean, maybe I'm blind. If I started that potion a little bit earlier, I would have had it. Damn. don't know. It's something like even humans, like there can be like very small differences can be a big deal, but I think it's something like human genome, like everybody's 99% the same genes, and then it's just like that 1% determines everything. It's something crazy like that. Oh yeah, propaganda is incredibly powerful. You see that with so many governments. I mean, people wouldn't do it if it didn't work. But it's only for a limited amount of time, usually. Right? Corruption eventually leads to problems and the downfall of, you know, any society, I think. Yeah, I mean, language is incredibly powerful, right? Like, extreme ideas are way more powerful than guns most of the time. I talk about this all the time because people think English doesn't matter. I mean, it's like my sort of crusade is that it absolutely matters a lot. Now, does it matter if you splice a comma somewhere or if you remember like what happens in Act 2 of Macbeth from Shakespeare or something like that? Probably not, like for most things. But understanding like communication, effective communication, and how persuasion works and things like that is incredibly powerful. I mean, just look at, you know, in the US, now it's probably changed because, you know, tech has, you know, fallen like 70% or something this year, but, you know, all of the biggest companies, right, are dealers in information. You got Amazon, looks like they sell stuff, most of it's just information processing and like their web services. That's where a lot of their income comes from. You got Amazon, you got Facebook, Google, Apple, Microsoft. A lot of these companies, a lot of their power is in their ability to understand information, interpret it, and try to persuade people. Either through advertising or just, you know, subtle behavior modification for whatever their goals are. You know, AI is an interesting one. A lot of people think that it's going to be a unified thing, but I think it'll be a lot like people eventually. Once it becomes sentient, I think there will be different AIs, and I think it'll evolve a lot like people, where some of them are bad, some of them are good, but I don't think they're all necessarily going to be unified. I don't think they're all going to agree and work together. I think they will compete for different agendas and different purposes, some of which will be friendly to humanity, and some of them may not. Some of them might be friendly to certain groups in humanity, some of them might not. I think the assumption is that AI is always going to be a hive mind, Borg, you know, type of thing, or like a Terminator, Skynet thing, where it's like, it's one entity that just takes over like the AI. It's like saying the human. That's how I think. Now it is different than humanity, but it's still designed by humanity partially. And I think at its core, if you look at every animal, anything that's sentient, you know, is driven by these competition, you know, competition for resources, diversity of ideas, all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be a lot more, there'll be a lot more competition than people think between AIs. And honestly, I think a lot of them are probably just going to blend with humanity. I don't think it's necessarily going to be Terminator stuff. I think it's going to be like human AI hybrids where, you know, they're like plugged into people, sort of. I mean, we already kind of have it, right? Like, everybody's always on their phone, and they're always messing with algorithms, right? Whether it's YouTube, or Amazon, Facebook, or whatever, like, that's influencing people's behavior. That's primarily AI. Yeah, it's, like, not literally in our head, like, physically, but it is, mentally, right? Like, it is determining and, you know, influencing a lot of human behavior. Now, right now, a lot of that as far as we know, is not sentient, right? Like, it doesn't create its own goals. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think Caitlyn may not have flashed in there. But yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's just gonna be. Well, I mean, what's really the difference in influence and control? I mean, I guess it's a matter of degree, right? Buddy, that has nothing to do with Rakan in that game. Like, you're not down 40 CS because I'm playing Rakan. You're down 40 CS because you've been hooked playing a champion that should never be hooked. Okay, so Nunu's really fed, but he can't carry. Kassadin's pretty fed, and he can carry.
What humans call magic, we call life.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just roam, I think. I mean, maybe. We don't have any items here.
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is.
Fucking Blitz is there now. If she wasn't just a little bitch, she would jump in and I could follow up.
I dance because I'm free.
Well, it is taking away your choices, right? A lot of the algorithms. I was talking with my students today about this, actually, right? Because the way that, like, a lot of information gets distributed now is through algorithms like YouTube and Facebook. And people don't see the same thing, right? When you search for something, you don't always see the exact same results. It's showing you results right now that are going to get you to click the most and get you to stay on the videos the most. Like, to expose you to the most ads. That's a lot of the goal. And so therefore you just don't see certain kinds of videos. And, you know, that ultimately starts to chip away at your freedom, because really what freedom is being able to make multiple choices, right? That's ultimately what it boils down to. And at its core, you know, the real question is, can you make a choice if you don't know all the options? Is it a free choice? Right, so for example, if you're told your entire life that there's only vanilla ice cream is the best, everything you see on YouTube and Google just talks about vanilla ice cream, do you really have a choice to choose, you know, strawberry or chocolate or any other flavor? Like, you don't know it exists, so how can you make the choice? And if you can't make the choice, then are you really free? And so that's what it comes down to with with a lot of this stuff, is that we're slowly, a lot of our choices are becoming increasingly limited. We flanking? Yeah, okay, there's Cassid. Now, our choices have always been limited, right? We've never had unlimited choices. But the thing that's different now is that it's very hard for people to resist these algorithms because they don't understand how they work and they disrespect just how powerful they are. That was interesting. I showed a video of people because, you know, in a lot of cases, if you're being manipulated, you can kind of see it and tell. Like, you know, if you know you're watching an ad, a lot of times you're aware that it's an ad. Now, some of it is sneaky, right? Like, they'll put a, you know, a Ford truck in a movie or something, right? Or some kind of luxury car in a movie. Or like a, you know, a main character will be drinking a Coca-Cola or something in a movie, right? So some of it is subtle like that. But a lot of times when you're watching an ad, you're like, okay, this is an ad. It's trying to influence me. It still works a lot more than people think it does. But at least you know to, like, you know, be on your guard, right? To just be aware, okay, like, I'm entering a space where someone's trying to manipulate me to some extent, right? But, like, with the algorithms and just how prevalent it is, just how much people are on it and how much it's adjusting what you're seeing and what you're thinking, people don't know to watch out for that or even how to resist that, right? They just think, if I'm looking at the news, whatever shows up, you know, first on YouTube or Google or whatever is probably the most reliable source, or that's what I'm going to go with. That's the answer to my question. They don't, you know, they don't look any further. They don't question any further than that because they don't think about it. So that's kind of what's dangerous. Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck does she do that much damage? Like 1,200 damage? She didn't even net me for an extra headshot. How many items? She's got one item? I think if I get influenced by the ad, whether or not I know that it's an ad, I will like my decision. Well, the problem, you don't necessarily know that you'll like your decision, but the problem is, you know, if it's just you buying a watch or something like that, it's probably not like that big of a deal if you want to spend the money on the watch, like just some personal item. It's not as big of a deal as, like, not being aware of different perspectives, right? So being caught, like, starting to watch, like, far left or far right, you know, cultural content or whatever, that's where the big problem starts to come in. Is people don't even understand the other side at all because they're never exposed to ideas that don't, like, agree with them, that they don't click on all the time. They get into these echo chambers. And that's why, you know, right now, so many countries, especially in the West, it's not just America, I imagine. It's probably a lot of places in Europe, too. But so many places are, like, very divisive in their politics. And the politics are just getting, like, pretty bad. And people are just really hating on each other a lot more than they used to in the past. Is Akali and Shin married? Hey, what's up, Cherry? I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, the problem is you don't get the full picture. Like, that's exactly it. And that's the biggest thing. 'Cause, like I said, at the end of the day, that's really what freedom is understanding. Like, the more you understand, the more perspective you have, the more diverse ideas you're exposed to, the freer your choice is, and ultimately the freer you are. And the better society is for that. Yes. Yeah, that's a huge deal with politics and diversity. And when I say diversity, I don't just mean, like, the standard, like, you know, race type of stuff. Like, that's good, but I mean just, like, diversity of ideas in general from all perspectives, you know, all kinds of diversity, not just kind of the classic. And this Cassin's going off. Yeah, exactly. That, I mean, what Mal's doing is smart, but you have to know to do that. But like Mal is, you know, very educated, very critically engaged, smart person, right? He's got a graduate degree. He knows to do that shit. But the problem is a lot of people don't. You know, probably 70-80% of the population don't even think about it. They're like, why would I want to look up something I disagree with? Or something, you know, from a different perspective. Like, they just don't even see any value in it. They're like, what I think is right, you know, right? What these people that I care about that tell me things, whether it's parents or influencers or friends, whatever they say, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to be loyal, right? Because that's the thing, too, is people feel like if you explore other ideas, if you're, you know, thinking about these diversity of other ideas, now it's become disloyal to do that. That's how a lot of people see it. You're a traitor to your side, whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, it's behind a lot of the division. And a big part of it also is the business model of these companies. Where they, like, again, their goal is to get you to click and to get you to stay on that platform as long as possible. And unfortunately, negativity gets faster clicks, gets better reactions. I don't know why exactly. I think it's probably an evolutionary thing, right? It was more advantageous to get more, I would imagine, in a lot of situations, to have a stronger emotional response to a perceived negative event than a positive event, right? Because you get the fight or flight with negativity. It's like, oh my god, this tiger just jumped out of the woods at me. I'm scared. Like, I get this adrenaline. I need to have, like, a stronger reaction to that than, oh, there's a nice flower. There's a cute flower. Or something like that. So I think that's a lot of it, is when something is perceived to be a threat, when something is perceived to be negative, then we get a stronger response faster. Now, ultimately, you know, from what I've read and what I see, like, positivity is actually very powerful. It just takes a bit longer for that to kind of come into play. Rakan's garbage champ. Why are you playing that? No other champion gets Nunu out of that. So that's another reason, is they constantly want to give you negative stuff because they want you to click. That's why anytime you look at any news just about whether it's left, whether it's right, doesn't matter. A lot of it is, oh, the world's going to end, or there's some crazy thing going on in our culture right now, you know, that's super controversial that you need to be worried about. You need to be scared about this, right? So it doesn't matter if it's left or right or wherever. It's just the clickbait. Everyone knows the clickbait, right? But it's almost always clickbait negative. It's never like, oh my god, you know, utopia's just around the corner. Everyone's going to have, you know, a beautiful time tomorrow and, you know, really enjoy life. Like, you don't see those kind of clickbaits. It could be, you know, extreme opposite in the positive way, but it sounds like silly. Right? But it's just as silly as extreme negative. It's not that negative. Life will go on. Like, yeah, there's bad stuff that's happening out there. There's good stuff that's happening out there. There will be a tomorrow. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff, but I mean, that's why, like, critical thinking and diversity of perspectives is just so important right now. Trist is rolling up. Yeah, I mean, what Mal is saying too, you know, obviously, like, anything is complex. Nutrition is complex. The human body is incredibly complex. Everything about reality is complex. Our understanding of everything is going to be limited, and we're constantly kind of learning more and refining our ideas about stuff. So, people are going to get stuff wrong. Nothing's nice and neat. Like, we don't understand anything to the fullest extent, right? Like, we wish everything was kind of like, you know, just math. Like, this is the exact correct answer in reality to whatever it is, but that's just not how it works. Because we don't have a full grasp of reality, and we never will. We can't process everything that's going on. We're always going to be sort of biased to our own perspectives. Well, I mean, I don't think that it necessarily... You have to be nihilist about it. Like, it's not worth trying to understand because we never fully will. I think it's worth refining. It's worth trying to improve our understanding and improve our lives. I think incrementally that's possible. It's just, you gotta become comfortable with the fact that it's just never gonna be perfect, and that's okay. And sometimes you just gotta live your life too, right? Like, nobody gets out alive. At least yet, right? So sometimes you can just do stuff that's not, like, completely optimal for your health, right? If it's bringing you joy, like, that, you know, that has value. If you really like eating some chocolate cake, it's not the best for you at all times, but, hey, man, if that's how you want to live your life, if that brings you joy. You like eating some eggs? I mean, I think a lot of stuff, if done in moderation, and you're trying to balance it out with a lot of healthy stuff, I think a lot of things can be okay. It's just always a matter of degree, I feel like. I mean, obviously, Mal's gonna know more. There's some stuff that's, you know, really bad. You don't want a healthy level of radioactive exposure, for example, or, like, arsenic or something like that, right? But, like, eating some chocolate cake sometimes, eating some eggs sometimes for breakfast if you're, you know, otherwise working out, and trying to watch your overall cholesterol, fat intake, all that kind of stuff is probably okay. I mean, I could buy right here, but we're kind of, I think, get this tier 2, press it a little bit more. Because I'm kind of out of wards and I have an item, but... AI friends. I mean, if we merge with AI, I can't even... Like, it's... You can't even conceptualize probably what that would mean, depending on the AI. People assume that, like, being assimilated by AI would also be really bad. I'm not entirely sure that would be the case. Because we don't know how that would be. No. Let's just back up. Just reset. Just reset. There's no need to risk this. Give me my transhumanism. Let's ascend. I tend to think it'll be more positive than a lot of people give it credit for. I don't think it's going to be like us versus them. I think it's going to be us and them merged. I think that's the most likely scenario. Just because it's already happening. Like, people right now are very resistant to physical computers being implanted in their heads. But I think the idea of actually physically looking like a robot, I mean, that could happen. Cybernetic. But it's like they're already in our head, right? They're already whispering to us all the time, influencing us, just like we're kind of influencing them too. We already have a relationship with AI. Whether or not they're actually, like, literally implanted in our head or not, it doesn't really, like, make that much of a difference. Well, it depends. I mean, some things implanted in your head can be good. I mean, right now it's just for certain medical situations, right? The fuck is that build? I just realized his build. Right, now I'm not an expert on it, but I think for like certain kinds of seizure, maybe not seizures, but I think BCIs, brain-computer interfaces, are used for some things. What the fu- Oh, Sunfire? Really? I think they just win. But yeah, right now, I think it's just if you're like in a really serious medical situation, you might be able to do it. I'm pretty sure they've tested it with people where you can be implanted with something and control a mouse with your mind on a computer screen. I'm almost positive that's happened in some trials. People who are like paralyzed. And they're doing some stuff with, I think, like eyes or vision or like, I know they've kind of done it with limbs too, where you can control your limbs partially with like the BCI stuff. Like robotic arms and things like that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I mean, a lot of stuff's going to happen. The big thing is just data processing. Like, that's just information, and how much information can be processed is massive. And now that Google basically, I think with their Sycamore project, is making like huge advancements on quantum computing, I think that's like the really, really big deal. Once they get quantum mechanics or quantum computing where it's a lot more viable, where it can be harnessed to really unlock like, you know, just orders of magnitude more on processing, that's when it's really going to start to take off. That's when we're going to see a lot of these techs, and I think probably by 2050, that's when a lot of people, you know, call something that's like the singularity, which is like where society just has such astronomical advancements that it's just kind of difficult to understand what life will be like at that point. Right, once you get quantum computing, and then you can start getting quantum medicine, I think those are the two really big things that'll be game changers. And then, of course, like with that, not only could you start curing things, but you could start enhancing people with the quantum stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond, obviously beyond my expertise a bit there on that. So there might be some processes that are, you know, the quantum computers don't do as well. But from what I understand, they have a lot of very unique properties that can do certain kinds of data extremely quickly. Like, I've heard something like bank codes, and again, it's like a super basic version of this from like years ago, but that it would take a normal computer, whatever, 20 years to solve these like bank coding problems, that a quantum computer could do it in like 5 seconds. Because it's something like it can check ones and zeros all at the same time. Whereas like traditional computing, you have to check 1 or 0 for everything. But again, really far outside of my expertise, obviously. It's just, I'm just a casual observer and tech enthusiast. But anyways, okay, that's gonna be it. I think we won. Did we win every game tonight? Let me see. I think we won everything. Yeah. The old 4-0. Okay, good. Well, turns out Rakan's a good champ. I mean, we did have a lot of success with Blitz, so we had a fun few days. If you didn't make it for the Blitz games and you're interested in watching Blitz, I did play him like quite a lot over the last few days. He is getting nerfed for tomorrow, but it was kind of fun messing around. He's just like very, you know, as I've always said, he's very extreme. You know, he's very good at like what he does, right? You land the hook. So that's what, 48 LP? 4 games. It's not that bad. I got promoted on one of them though. I don't know what my LP was at the time. But no, we're getting about 15 per. So it's 60-ish LP. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. It was really fun hanging out with you guys. Glad to see Harrisimer. And a lot of our other old friends, Wings, showing up, hanging out with us again. It's always fun getting to chill with you guys. Even though the numbers are, you know, way lower than they used to be in the past, I still just love coming out, you know, playing some games and having some fun sort of cultural and philosophical conversations with you guys. But anyways, okay, well, hopefully your internet comes back now. Hopefully. It's not the portending bad things. Weekly night off. Awesome, man. We're happy to have you out here whenever you can. All right, well, anytime you can come out, Harrismer, it's always a pleasure. Okay. All right, well, that's going to be it for anyone that can make it. I'm going to be here, you know, around 11 p.m. Jason is off of work for a little bit of time because of his new daughter. I think for maybe at least a couple more weeks, so I might start getting on a bit earlier with him, 10:30 or 11, because typically, you know, because of the nature of his job, historically he hasn't gotten off or been home and ready to go until like 11:30 at the earliest. And obviously I like playing with Jason, so but we might be able to get started a little bit earlier. We'll just see kind of how my sleep schedule and all that's going. But anyways, that's it. Thank y'all very much. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Okay. I got you, Val. I appreciate you staying up late with us. All right. Thank y'all. Have a good one, and we'll see you, I guess, whenever I see you.